I just remember you're only 4 centimeters short of mine. It wasn't 4, it was 7. You were 72, I was 74. I was that loose. Bloody, I'm tired, you could have got another 3 off me. Man, it didn't even get the back top of your head. You were that much. It should have been about 89.
What actually happened was I found I come back and I notified them as tip. And I thought I had no chance to place on this one course. It was actually really simple. All I said was just cancel. My complaint is I want to cancel. I want to refund it. They could get the refund. No questions. So basically yours cost, your second one cost $80, something like that. We'll be over here.
Are you boys playing the golf club?
Fun with just one frame, 7 in my booth, one frame.
Down was it?
How many people go through?
4. There's meant to be 8 one time, yeah, one frame.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to start another round of the Big Guns tournament. I'm joined by Andy Barrett, who a lot of people won't know. From Barnett, sorry. What did I say, Barrett? Yeah. Sorry, my bad. A lot of people won't know Andy from Australia, but originally from England, now living in Queensland, and is actually a regular practice partner of Rusty Wheeler, is that right? Once at a blue moon, but you did knock Rusty off. Give him a hammering. Give him a hammering. And if you didn't know Andy yesterday, you certainly would have found out who he was pretty quickly because he ran through the field pretty hard. Just want to quickly touch on last night's match. I know you probably don't want to go over it too much, but
I've been over it myself.
You were absolutely annihilating Joel in that first stage of the match, and I actually commented I thought that you were just going to basically run away with the match and kill him. What do you feel happened? And
to be honest, I think it was. I've not been in that situation for many years. I don't play ball full time like I used to. It's just a hobby of mine where I love the game, and now I play it because I enjoy it. Not because years ago I used to play seriously, played a lot of tournaments in the UK, and getting to the business end of a tournament like this one, I was a bit like a rabbit in the headlights. A bit sort of, I froze a little bit to be honest. And the only reason I got off to a great start is because Joel made a few mistakes. Managed to keep myself together to go 5-0 up. And then from then, I didn't feel great on the cue then, but even then, 5-0 up, I wasn't comfortable, I wasn't confident. Not like in the matches previous anyway. Like in the matches previous, every time somebody made a mistake, I punished them. And that match with Joel, I did it early on, but then there was 3 big chances. Probably 5-1, 5-1, 6-2 and 6-3 I think it was.
Yeah, I remember
I missed chances, and if I put them chances to bed, the game's over. But yeah, maybe a bit of pool fatigue. Like people said I looked tired. I wasn't tired physically, but I haven't played that much pool in one day in a long time. So.
Yeah, look, it's generally more the mental fatigue than anything that does get to you after a while. And I thought maybe you might have just hit a bit of a wall and lost a bit of focus or whatever, just from mental tiredness. But look, today's a new day. You probably had a decent night's sleep. Now you've got to play Rusty Wheeler, who's basically the opposite style of Joel. Joel's very much a correct shot selection player nearly all the time, and Rusty's unpredictable and he likes to try and create things and make things happen.
Obviously, as an Australian point of view, Rusty's the person I've played the most. Practiced with him and Brent Reid on the Gold Coast. 2 different styles, obviously, 2 good players to practice hard against, which has been good in the build-up to Big Guns because I've only really put in like a couple of weeks practice. But I did commit to this tournament a few months ago. I'm working down here in Melbourne anyway, from the Gold Coast, sort of fly in, fly out. Said to the boss that I needed to be here for this weekend, and then a couple of weeks ago decided to put in, like hours on the table, practice with different players, Rusty and Brent on the Gold Coast, and came down to Melbourne for work last week and practiced with Rob Bowen and Tim Dixon, and then the Kiwi lads that came over. So yeah, it was good to play with different players, and then I knew if I could get through a few rounds that the old form might come back at one point, and for a couple of matches yesterday it did. But I just couldn't, the form just couldn't carry on all day. Like it was a bit disappointing in the end, like the fact that I rolled over and died in front of Joel. But yes, I'd already overachieved in the tournament for me anyway. So.
Well, as I said, new day, you're still alive. You've
Yeah,
already given Rusty a pounding once. Now you are playing Rusty again, aren't you?
Playing Rusty,
Yep.
yeah.
So it's pretty rare that you draw the same person twice in the draw. The way the
And
format
he'll
works.
want his revenge. Like I know what he's like, so he'll want his revenge.
He will for sure, but you've got that mental edge on him. So we'll see what happens today, and it's obviously all in your hands. So all the best for the match, and we might have a chat to you after the match as well, depending on how you're feeling.
Cheers, Jamie.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Just press. All right, joined here now by Andy Barnett's opponent for the second time this tournament, Rusty Wheeler.
How you going, mate?
Good. Now, we spoke before you even ran into Andy in the winner's side of the draw, and you said that you kind of didn't want to play him because you play him so much, and it's difficult to do that. And then he got you.
Yep.
So you got him again. See things going differently this time?
Mate, I beat myself in the first match. Probably didn't finish as much as I should have. Probably, handed 5 or 6 frames, and you know what it's like. If you miss your last ball and at this sort of level, you're not going to get another visit. So, some people are professional crumb grabbers and others aren't. So, I feel all right, mate. My last couple of matches I played pretty solid, under the pump. I played some good players, so last night's match really got me going, so I feel good. Yeah,
and you just played Stephen Dempsey there, and I think you were 5-3 down, and then suddenly 5-all, and then you ran a couple of racks right at the end of the match to close it out. Some big shots too.
Yep.
And I know you're a confidence player for those sort of big outs, so they'll give you a good headspace, I'm sure, going into this next match.
I feel good, mate. I'm breaking well. Realistically, Stevie didn't break well at all, so I should have beat him easier. Like I was 3-1 up and should have been 5 or 6-0 up, and blew a couple of chances. He went 5-3 up, and I handled the pressure a bit better than I had since I've been here. So no, I feel good, mate. I feel like if they're there, I'm going to knock them in, and hopefully I get my chances. That's all I can ask for. Andy's a solid player, mate. He's former obviously English pool in the English team, so I practice with him now and then back home, so I know what style of pool he plays. I know I'm not going to get blown off the map, but I know if he just plays tight, solid pool, that's just how it is.
And one more question, Rusty, are the fans going to see some Facebook status updates in the course of your match this year?
I think it's actually jinxed me, mate, so I'm going to go quiet. They'll get the occasional boom, but that's about it. So hopefully all I'm wanting is to try and get through this match, and I'm actually hoping I draw Mick because I want another crack at him. So that's all you can hope for, is just give yourself a chance, and we'll see how we go.
All right, mate, well, all the best for this match. We might get you afterwards.
All right, cheers, buddy.
Rusty, Big Daddy Freestyle, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, mate.
Okay, table 2, Andy Barnett, Rusty Wheeler. Table 2, Andy Barnett, Rusty Wheeler. Table 3, Mark Robertson, Jacob Hartney. Table 3, Mark Robertson, Jacob Hartney.
Thank you.
I've done that before. They do it on video.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day 3, Big Guns. Joined in commentary once again, Tristan Masang.
How are you, Jamie?
Good, mate. And we are still playing some repechage matches, and we've got a couple of good ones in store for you. We have Robbo on screen there. He's going to play Jake McCartney, so that's starting to become a bit of a regular thing these days. And on the other table, you probably just saw Rusty Wheeler knock off Steve Dempsey. He's playing Andy Barnett, who I accidentally called Andy Barrett in the interview, which was a pretty bad effort of me.
Did you have a good sleep last night?
Oh, look, I got as much sleep as was humanly allowed, given what time I got home and stuff. But I feel all right at the moment. I'll probably just hit a brick wall later on the night, but I don't think this night's going to be an after midnight finish, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting, this match with Rusty and Andy. Andy pretty much just said to me in his interview that he's already gone further than what he thought he would, which I didn't know how to take entirely. It sort of told me that, he was content and he doesn't really care if he gets knocked out from here. Now that can have two effects. It can settle him down, or it can. And he said he sort of, felt the pressure a little bit, even though he got off to a blinder of a start. On Joel, but look, for his sake, I hope he's just forgotten all about that match and he's ready to just move on.
The other side to it is he could think he's already beat before he plays.
Well, the only person that has beaten Rusty in this tournament is Andy Barnett.
Yeah.
And now they're playing each other again. So.
Andy said to me that all the pressure's on Rusty because he's supposed to win.
Yeah, that's a fair call. So let's, before we kick things off, we can't be too far away. You can see one table set up ready for the lag. They're probably just doing a final prep. Let's do a score prediction on both matches. I'll let you predict the Robbo-Jake match, and I'll predict the other match, because they're both Victorian, so I shouldn't predict that one.
I'm going to say Jake wins 11-10.
Well, it's race to 8, so recess.
Okay.
8-7?
Yeah, I'll go 8-7.
8-7? And I'm going to say that the Rusty-Andy match, I reckon Rusty's going to win 8-5.
You know what, I agree. I think it'll be 8-5.
I reckon about 8-5. I think Rusty will take his chances.
Yeah.
And I think he'll assert some early pressure on Andy.
Okay, what's your score prediction on the...
Okay, this is a tricky one for me because I know Jake's prep for this tournament has been practically zero, but now he has had heaps of pull under his belt. So he's still not at his best by any stretch. Whereas I thought Robbo played pretty well against Mick Hill last night. Yeah. Even though he got sort of belted on the scoreline, he didn't really do much wrong.
Yeah.
Jake won't be able to do what Mick did. And the only reason I say that is, in my opinion, no one in this tournament can do what Mick did last night to Robbo.
Yeah.
Not that way, not the way it was done, the way the balls fell.
Yeah.
But I'm going to actually say that Robbo wins 11-9.
It's raised to 8, so you have to
Oh,
reconsider
sorry,
that.
God, I'm an idiot. just give you a thumping for it. I'm going to say that Robbo wins 8-6, and I never go against Jake, but
Wow.
I'm using what I've witnessed as far as prep and all that sort of stuff, and who's played what and who's got where in a tournament. If I want, it doesn't mean anything to me who wins this match, although Jake's my best mate, so I'd probably prefer him to win.
Yeah.
But that's only from a mate's perspective. I get along really well with Robbo as well, so I'll be pretty much impartial to the match.
It's a great shot from Rusty there. Get straight on the dead red.
Yeah, and
plant it back on the other one now.
Kick things off pretty much straight away, and he's in good shape here.
I don't think you really want to move Cannon into those 2 yellows on the right side though.
No, well, you know Rusty. He's going to have right hand side on this.
Yeah.
He's going to actually play it with running side. Your favourite shot.
Yeah. It's got.
Oh, he's missed it. I actually thought it was easy to play that off 2 with right, but one bonus he has got there is he's buried Andy's yellow pretty badly, and all Rusty's reds are still on.
Yeah.
Now I actually wonder if these 2 yellows on the right side cushion plant onto the other yellow.
Yeah.
Because I'd pop the ball at the top corner and just play that plant straight away and just
get a cover.
The black.
Yeah. He's decided just to cover it.
That's not a bad shot because he's left none of these reds really available. Rusty might be considering potting it. I doubt it.
Would you ever consider face cutting this red up table and canning this black with a white so you can kick the black the other side of the table?
Oh, that's a clever shot. It's going to go back. No, I don't think I would.
Yeah.
One would assume Andy's just going to put this back over the kick because, well, that's what he played last shot.
Yeah, but then Rusty can get in behind that black now.
Well, he could anyway. I mean, at the moment, Andy's in stay alive mode.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot on offer here, so he's probably forced to put this over the pocket. He might try and come off the top of the yellow and sit it on the black, and then you come off the right side cushion with the white and bury it into the black.
Do you know a shot I like there? Pot that yellow he just played, screw back to the middle of the back cushion, and then play this yellow next to the red on the left side. So the red hits the left side rail and up to the top right corner where you have covered.
Yeah, it's not a bad shot. So Rusty, look, I don't think he'll even try and kick the black out here because he risks kicking it to the rail.
Yeah.
And it's you can get behind it. Like he's got that ball over the middle there to use. Let's use his shirt's close to that ball.
So do you think he's going to use the middle ball to last?
I think he will. I think he's played for the corner ball there, but he's fallen a touch shorter than he would have liked, so he's changing the route.
Or would you prefer to leave the red on the bottom left for last?
It's all about the angle, really, what angle you get. Whatever ball you choose to play last, you've got to have the right angle.
Yep.
I mean, ideally what you want in any situation is to, when you're going to get on that last ball that you're transitioning to, you don't want to have to move the white at all.
Yeah. But like, when you say it all depends on the angle, don't you have to have a plan in your mind before you play the shot to which one you preferably want to take?
Of course, but you still need to land in that spot.
Yeah.
Now, if, for example, this one he's fallen way too short, so now he's got to come off the back cushion and he's got to get the perfect angle.
Yeah.
But if he only had to move the white ball an inch, then you know you're going to get position. Now he's got the wrong side on that. But
why did he put the wrong side on
actually,
that?
you know what, he may have meant to do that so he can come cross table.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean. People think differently.
Yeah,
about
but it's
how
harder
do
to
it.
control the pace with the top spin.
No, he plays these shots well, Rusty. But he's underhit it. I reckon the rail. This is that table as well with the rails.
Yeah, the dead rails. Yeah. Well, you've got a kick shot at bottom left.
Yeah, I see. My mind saying get on the natural angle and come off bottom rail behind the black.
That's what I'm thinking.
His mindset is that's missed. His mindset is to get on the other side, come off the side rail and back across.
Yeah.
Both shots are fine. It's whichever one the player's more comfortable with.
So Robbo got a red off the break. His break cost him last night. So.
Yeah, it's really weird. He sort of arced up when I said the break hurt him, and he goes, "I broke the best I've broken in ages." And I said, "Well, you didn't get a ball though, so you know, they might have split well, but it's not breaking the best you've broken in ages.
Yeah.
But nothing goes in.
If anything, that's worse.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes, you may have timed the ball better than he's ever timed the break and not pot a ball, but you got to pot him.
Maybe that's his way of telling us he's unlucky.
Maybe, don't know. But I mean, he also said first thing he said was just too many racks. He just ran too many racks.
Yeah.
And he did.
Yeah. So this is a nice out for Robbie on the yellows. All balls transitioned very well. I actually think my last ball is the one on the top left corner. I'm going to play off 2 cushions and the black in the bottom left.
I actually don't care which ball's my last one here, as long as I pot them. Like this is... Oh, you're talking about Robbo's table?
Yeah.
I think I'm playing the ball in the left middle now. That's what I would do here. And just go up to the other one there. And then they're all just sort of roll-ins from that point. But Robbo going a different way. Nothing wrong with that.
The only thing I don't like about this is you've just got a few reds to negotiate around.
Yeah, that red right in the middle of the table is actually annoying.
Because you want to be high on the right yellow, the middle. So
he's
you've
got
probably got a foot to land in, I'd say.
So we've got 20-20 shot clock in effect on the Rusty Barnett table. And that looks fine for Robbo.
Yeah, it's a nice shot.
Does not want this on the cushion for Andy. He's okay.
Do you just drop this yellow in?
Depends on his angle. He may just stun between the red and the black.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really funny, like that shot there, Robbo makes it look really easy.
Yeah.
But you have to cue it well. You
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
have to cue those shots really well. And Robbo actually looks to be cueing the ball quite nicely at the moment. Not that he sort of really cues the ball badly, but
Yeah.
I do believe it's actually the benchmark for Robbo's success. It's nothing to do with his shot selection or anything like that, although obviously that contributes, but
Yeah.
if he didn't have the cueing action he has to be able to execute certain shots under pressure, he wouldn't be where he is now.
I really like watching Robbo play. So Andy goes 1-0 up, and Robbo starts with a master break and goes 1-0 up.
And that was due to an error from Rusty. He had to run off the break and made the mistake. Oh no, it wasn't a. Yeah,
So
it wasn't.
when you look at the difference in the 2 frames, Robbo was like in pretty much perfect position every shot, whereas Rusty was sort of like half in position.
Yeah, he lost position once and sort of never got it back.
Yeah.
And then obviously, end of the frames where he obviously made a mistake because he lost a frame from it. Jake breaks, gets 1,000 balls in off the break, and well, I'm pretty sure he's going to take yellows.
You're just going to need to have a little nudge on the black off that middle yellow. Or would you prefer to play this plant on the bottom left and nudge the black that way?
Yeah, look, to be honest, if you can get low on that and come inside the red and hit the black,
yeah.
As long as you don't hit it too hard because the yellow is going to go off the red and you don't want it to go to the top left rail.
Yeah. He went for it straight away.
Oh, he's got a result though, I think. I think his angle's good here. Okay, his angle's not great. It's pretty straight. He can actually screw off it and flick the black, but he won't do much except maybe push it to the rail and make it on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But it's not a nice angle. He's going to kick this other yellow out first.
20 seconds.
That was a nice shot.
This is still getting a bit dodgy now, this out.
The angle now is okay if you're comfortable playing the thin cut.
No, I reckon he goes straight into that red. It's in the middle of the table on the cut. I reckon he hits the left side of it.
Really, I thought you'd hit the black full ball.
Are you talking about the cut in the middle?
Yeah.
I think that's actually a really hard shot. Yeah, that's crazy thin. Really tricky shot. I'd rather try and screw back and get a bit straighter on it. That's what he's doing. This looks better. Oh, he's come too far.
No, because I think he's playing the plant. You want to get low on him.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, but it's starting to, like, this is all starting to become high risk now.
Yeah, because he's left like the hard thing till last sort of.
Yeah, exactly. Mate, almost need to be content with just promoting the red over the middle. He's going to attack. Oh, he's caught the black thin and it's a disaster.
Well, unless they line up. Could be lucky in all 3 balls to play triple plant.
If he's lucky where the black comes inside rail and pots yellow, that is crazy lucky. But I reckon we're going to see a bit of this, and this is why I've actually picked Robbo to win over Jake, is because this out has been pretty badly played.
Yeah.
Whereas if Jake's put in heaps of time, he just nails these cannons and stuff. He's got to play more precisely.
Yeah, he gets a better positional shot to play the cannon earlier.
Whereas Robbo will take no risks. Well, that's a good shot.
He's played it awesome.
White ball. I mean, yellow hasn't worked out amazing, but I think this double will go.
He'd be happy with that.
He'll be happy if the double goes. Rusty's got another opportunity. I'm going to assume the red at the bottom there passes the yellow. He's just checking it now.
From where I'm sitting, he's got half a pocket.
Oh, I reckon it goes pretty comfortably.
He's played for a choice of 2.
That's in.
Oh,
it's
just nicked the red.
Maybe it wasn't on.
So that double there, last night we were talking about straightening up and sort of stuff like that. Because that red's in the way, do you want to play it wide and straighten it up?
Wouldn't they? You can't really play it wide and straighten it up because it's still got to take the same line to the pocket.
Yeah.
The only way that would work is if the ball was off the cushion. What's happening,
Yeah,
son?
that's true.
You gonna commentate with me? Right, Baden wants it. Baden's going to jump on the mic, so apology in advance, folks. He's got Tourette syndrome.
I'll just hand you over.
I sometimes get a temporary dose of that myself.
I never miss black.
So,
Stick it on me.
the other way. I know you've got to turn around this way. So for those of you who don't know who Baden is by now, and haven't been watching CueballTV, I must say you impressed me with your play throughout the tournament.
Oh, cheers, mate. It's been a good tourney. Go on, press it. Oh, am I on?
Are you back again?
Yep. Am I on?
You are?
Yep, that's all good.
So you'll be back again to the tournament?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yep, already making plans for next year.
Bigger crew?
Bringing the wife, so that'll be good. She's going to play in the ladies. She's pretty good at these 2-shot rules, pretty hot. Bit of practice, I think she'll be all right. And hopefully, I think between now and next year, she'll be certainly teaching our top ladies. Hopefully, have some practice sessions and get the rules, because I think the tactical side is where they're naive. We've got girls like Mulrooney and Hazel that can pop balls off lampshades. They're brilliant, so attacking. And I think these rules actually suit their game, but it's just their tactics that let them down.
Yep.
But I think, with a few good practice sessions, get the ladies playing more. We've got some really good players in New Zealand. I'd go as far as to say world class. I've seen a lot of world class ladies, and there's some ladies in New Zealand that could certainly live with your Hullies and your even further afield with the ladies, the England ladies and the Welsh ladies. So
you're obviously aware of the top females in the country and that sort of thing?
Yeah, mainly through the wife playing, to be honest. She was part of the ladies England team. She was like a squad player, never quite made it into their main team, but always tried her heart out, loved the game. So a good friend of hers who she used to practice with, a girl called Deb Birchall, I don't know whether she'll be watching back in England, but she's been a 2-time ladies black ball champion. She's made the switch over. Because as you know, there's 2 big rival associations in England, and a lot of them are making the switch, so you've not quite got the depth in one discipline.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sore point, that one.
Oh, a lot of politics, mate, to be honest. Most pool players just want to play pool, and I think the people at the top of the game, which, you know, I get on with a lot of them guys, so I'm not going to slag them off on air. But
I am.
Yeah,
I think they're hurting the game.
Yeah, they are. They're killing it. Most players just want to play pool, and it's a shame that you have to pick and choose. I was fortunate enough myself to play for England for a couple of years, and it's when you've got to ring up and find out whether you're allowed to play in an open event because you're possibly going to get banned for 2 years for playing for your country when you've worked so hard to get in that position to represent your country. I just think it sucks a little bit that you know, it's just a joke, really.
No, I completely agree.
Most players just want to play pool, and you know.
That's a really good shot there from Andy Barnett.
He's rolling back the years, Andy is. I played in the England squad with Andy. We had a great few trips away. And yeah, he's an ex-England international. Very good player, lovely lad, on and off the table. I think he's definitely a dark horse for this, because he's class. He was a very good professional. He managed to make the professional ranks on the UK tour. And yeah, he's a class player, and he's come here with no expectation and no pressure, and I think that can make you dangerous. If his game clicks and his A game comes, then these boys will be in trouble, and that's Mick Hill included. He can beat Mick. He's not scared of Mick.
Yeah, well, I mean, last night he was 5-0 up on Joel, and then suddenly he said that a little bit of pressure just got to him, and he just he wasn't used to it after so many years of not being in the competitive scene. But at the moment, we're just seeing him mop up Rusty's errors.
Yeah, it's yeah. He's certainly, if the ball's there, he'll take them out.
It's quite funny how your mindset can work. Like, Rusty plays with Andy a lot now, from what he's told me, and sometimes when you're playing someone you practice all the time, oh, that's missed.
Wow.
That's a badge. I don't know why he doesn't stun that in. Why not just punch that in? That's how he's cued most
I think
balls.
he could have done anything with that, really. I don't know why he's missed that.
The only way you're going to miss it, though, is by rolling it dead weight.
Well, he's on this new Elf Freak thing, and he's set up this new business with his wife on the Gold Coast, and they're into all these protein shakes, and maybe he needs to get a good breakfast down.
He looks like he's a bit of a...
He's not eaten for a few days, I don't think.
He looks like a bit of a gym junkie.
He is. Gone from being a barbecue junkie to a gym junkie. But yeah, he's looking good.
Rusty's had no luck there. He's played for a bit of luck because he had to. He didn't have a lot of choice.
But these tables are certainly a big leveler. They're a massive leveler. And yeah, you've got it 100% on every shot.
Yeah, I spoke to Mick Hill last night about that, because I personally think the balls down the rails on these tables are really tough. Like, you just, some of the pockets on some of the tables around the room, you just can't play them at pace down the rail. They just simply will not go, and I even tested them.
I think personally with this competition, and it's, I look at the competition for what it is. There's only, I mean, I don't know about your top Aussie players over here. I mean, you know, this guy that we're looking at on screen, Mark Robertson. I mean, he's class. I've just commentator cursed him there. He don't miss much at all. But I don't know whether these guys are playing it full time. I'm sure they've all got jobs. They're all amateurs, really. I mean, this is mixed living. I think these tables, personally, the live stream tables, I don't think he can be beat on them. I think it's nigh impossible. My tip was for a Stephen Dempsey Mick Hill final. That was my tip before a ball had been struck. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's not that final, really.
Well, Dempsey's out now, so it can't be.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, because Rusty just rolled him this morning, so
it's
got to be someone else.
There you go then.
And of all the players that are left in the tournament, I'd actually, well, at the end of the day, it's all going to come down to 4 players, and they've got to do a random draw.
Yeah, the random draw in the semi-finals is massive. I mean, if it goes, you won't be surprised if you don't see a Mark Robertson Mick Hill final.
Yeah, exactly. I personally think the random draw sucks for the person that won the won the double chance. They shouldn't. If you've won the double chance and you've got an opponent that's got a double chance, they shouldn't be allowed to draw each other.
If you get the double chance, you should be able to pick your opponent, make it even more interesting.
What if they pick the same one? But this man on screen, I don't know how much you know about Jake, but he was probably considered a year or 2 ago the best player in the country.
Yeah.
Has not put the preparation that he would have liked in for this tournament. Got a lot going on. He's had some serious injuries as well, back injury and stuff. So that's stifled his preparation.
Yeah, from what I've seen of him, his class. He don't miss much. He plays the game in a lovely style as well. It's keen on the eye. You can sit and watch it.
Yeah, he's got both games as well, and plays a lot of shot to nothing. Like you play this with side and get behind the black as a shot to nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we're just talking about the rail shots there. I mean, he's played that lovely, really, and yet you see a lot of players. So then you question to yourself, does it come down to the ability of the player?
Well, at that pace, it's okay. You can roll them, but if you had to punch that in, I'll almost say it'll jaw.
Well, then it's like what Mick said, that it's the way you play the shots. You play the shots to the table. You don't see Mick punching balls down rails. I mean, this is a class finish here, what he's taking out.
Probably a little unfortunate trying to snooker himself there. But I don't think it'll cause him any problems. He's got big hands.
You know what they say about a guy with big hands?
Yeah, that's not the case with Jake, unfortunately.
No, I was on about big gloves.
A big head.
Big gloves.
He has got one of the largest craniums in Australia.
Has he? Yeah, there's didn't they measure? There's something the other night. Measuring contest.
He's 7 centimetres. He's got me covered by, and I reckon that was inaccurate. I reckon he's got me covered by at least 12. But he will go 2-1. He's on the board now. Wow, Rusty has missed the ball. We would not expect him to miss. And you can just see an Andy Barrett big lead coming up. Barnett. Why do I keep calling him Barrett?
I don't know. It says Barnett on the screen as well.
We've got a Cale Barrett from Tasmania. That's probably
yeah, he's a young junior snooker player, isn't he?
That's probably why I keep saying it.
Is he playing the 8-ball, Cale?
Does play it, but I'm pretty sure he's more focused on snooker. Yeah, I know he recently just won the under 21.
Yeah, I watched him in the final. He was and in the semi-finals against Lewis Chan from New Zealand. You know, he's looks a good player.
Yeah, he played big guns last year, and he wrecked me in the loser's side. Absolutely annihilated me.
Bit of a loose one there, I think, from I don't know if you can see that red to the middle.
I think you can. I think he's all right. He may need to go up and down. I don't know if he'll be able to just hold it. I reckon up and down's a shot anyway. Play for the ball on the bottom cushion next. No, he's played for the one in the middle. That's a bit short. And this is why I prefer to overhit this, because let's say you do overhit it, but you still come in no man's land. At least you've got the long ball to the top, and you can screw back. This way, you kind of there's no backup plan.
Yeah,
I'd rather have overhit that.
I think he's looking for a bit of a slight kiss off the black, quarter ball, kiss it to hold it up, but not lose it.
Jeez, it's thin, isn't it?
Yeah. May even play the red off the yellow to create the angle.
Do you missed the black here? I reckon he'll slide past and maybe hit the ball over the middle pocket. Oh no, he's hit it super. He's hit it
played the red off the yellow, but still didn't get it. Would have been all right there.
Not a bad shot still. I actually didn't see that shot. Oh, McCartney's.
There's a lot of shots we've not seen, Paul. That's why we're sat here on commentary.
I might see him, but I can't get him. Rusty's played around the table, just played to get a white. It's not bad. I mean, this ball is cuttable, but tricky shot.
I must admit, I do like Rusty's style of play. For me, he always looks like he's practicing. He's just having a practice session.
Yeah, he is.
And yet, you know, these guys are, how much they're playing for?
12.5 for first prize.
12.5 grand first prize. He's playing like it's a practice session.
Pocket change for Rusty.
Yeah, good shot there by Andy. Nice containing shot.
Plays a percentage shot. Now Rusty's going to come up with another safety, but much more difficult this time because there's a ball hanging right over the hole. He's almost got a committee to a pot, I think. Take one on.
I think if there's a choice of potting or a choice of a half safety, I think Rusty will always go attacking.
He'd rather leave fate in his own hands.
Yeah, I think he's definitely plays with that mentality. Good mentality to have as well, I think, sometimes.
Face cut double coming up.
I mean, this is massive. Look at this. Oh. You see, going back to the cut of the tables now, that black's now tricky.
Yeah, that's actually a semi.
You might just see Andy just roll this red onto the pocket here and give himself a bit of security. Which the tables that they play on at the Worlds, when you go over to the UK, they're quite generous. You know, the finish is quite easy from there. Like Mick was saying last night, you only need to get sort of an 80% shot on the black and it will go in. On here, you've got to be right behind it. You need to just be dropping it in dead weight.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the things I noticed about them. And the cloth's so quick as well; they tend to slide in easier. pocket cut's totally different.
I have noticed though this weekend, to be fair as well, I think for the, I mean, we've come over to this tournament and like this is like the biggest tournament I've been in, I must admit, for probably 10, 12 years. It's massive. But the one difference, I think, that maybe certainly we've just started playing these world rules in New Zealand, and we have a big tournament every year, national championships, and we kind of brush and pad our tables in between every match, so guys coming on are playing on nice clean tables.
Yeah, it
makes
looks,
a big difference.
It should happen.
And I think these guys deserve the respect that they should be playing in as good a conditions as possible. Didn't see really, only saw the pad out once yesterday.
Yeah, you're right, it should be happening. That's rolled out of touch but still going in. So Jake about to level up 2-all. And Rusty has, after that missed ball in the middle, in the corner, Rusty giving himself a chance, but as Rusty can sometimes do if he's not flying, playing these flamboyant sort of shots, hasn't landed well. Although he probably didn't have a lot of choice, to be fair there, but to try and get over there and do something.
He's probably going to kick off the cushion and try and knock the yellow in past the red on the bottom right-hand pocket, knowing Rusty. He'll find something.
It's not actually the worst shot in the world. Yeah, he's playing it.
Yellow off the black. No.
No, he's actually tried to smother the...
Oh, he's got two.
How did he get two?
I don't know. He was too busy talking. He's got two. That's a great shot then with two. He's set himself up really nice there.
Andy got time fouled. The old 2020 rules come to...
This is massive.
This is massive because 3-0 this probably could have been. Oh, that's a shock. Oh, he did only have half a pocket, I think, but that is a shocker.
Wow. This is massive. 3-0 up from...
I actually think Andy Barnett might have Rusty mentally toyed with.
Well, he's got a nice shot here, Andy. Bottom left-hand pocket. He can drop it in dead weight if he does miss it. Not that he should do, but on these pockets you never know.
No, not that one. That's far enough out. I reckon it just appears to me that Andy's got Rusty's measure. Like Rusty seems to just be chopping up against him. It's kind of like me playing Jake.
Well, like you say, they've been practicing a bit, and I know from what I was speaking with Andy that he's bashed him over a few times. So Rusty knows Andy's not scared of him, and that's always in the back of your mind. I mean, he's a seasoned pro, Andy, and if you give him a chance, he don't roll over. He's like one of them annoying little Jack Russells nipping at your ankles. He'll never blow you off the table dynamically, but he's just steady away. He's waiting.
I'm not afraid.
Takes out the easy finishes and he picks off your mistakes. He's class. He knows the rules.
He's not afraid to wear the old sleeves that hug the arms business either, is he?
Yeah, I think, he's...
This man on screen was a full gym junkie there for a while. Got pretty big. And we're missing the biggest.
Few junkies in their family though, Pele. Yeah, the PlayStation junkie, his brother.
That's actually funny because the game that they were talking about, I actually played it with them.
Let's hope it don't affect his career too much.
No, he's good now. He's looking good in the World Championships at the moment too now. Just trying to gauge whether Robbo wanted that to go or not, only because his angle on this red isn't perfect, so he's just
going away from the black, He'll just drop it in and punch the black in, I think.
Yeah, he's a good cueist. Actually, he'll be extremely comfortable with that shot.
He'll be happy with that.
I've noticed Andy's persisted with his cut break as well all tournament. So seems to be getting.
And he's getting 3 balls off the break.
Tristan commented yesterday on someone just kept potting balls in the top corner. Oh, it was Mick Hill. Kept potting balls in the top end of the table corner pockets.
Oh, yeah. Off the same cut break, or?
No, he basically just puts the white ball in the middle of the table and just smashes through the pack, yeah. But his timing's really good. The cue doesn't waver at all until it sort of hits his chest, and then you see it just flick off line a bit, but... I can see another rack being run here.
So is there many more big tournaments then that as New Zealanders can come over and play in? Are there any open tournaments that we're eligible for?
There is. There was the Western National tournament, which I believe was going to be open to international players this year, but unfortunately it's been cancelled due to the organiser having extra activities and things that he needs to take care of.
Oh yeah.
It may be back next year. I'm not sure. Obviously, Ron will make the announcement when he knows. But this is as far as the big money tournaments are concerned, where international travel is warranted. This is probably the only one. The other sort of major tournaments we have are all sort of $2,500 prize money, $3,000 prize money first prizes. So this is the big prize pool tournament.
Yeah.
So we've got the Anzac Day tournament this weekend as well, which is basically the second comp on this weekend.
Yeah, that's
so
a great format, eh?
Qualifiers
best
around the
of
room.
fives and.
Well, that's pretty much all our tournaments in Australia. They're all best of fives, and then gets to best of 7, and then maybe a best of 9 in the final if it's depending on the tournament organiser.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is really the only best of 11 other than Western National.
Oh, yeah, and he's just lost the white a little bit there.
But I think this tournament's going to get crazy, ridiculously hard in the next few years. It might even come down to a point where a lot of the amateur players just won't be able to enter because there won't be slots available. So if you are an amateur player and you want to still play and you want to get maybe intermediate level, get good because you run out of time.
Well, you only have to think of the players that's missing from this tournament: Steve Woods, James Delahunty.
That's right.
Two guys that are probably good enough to win the tournament.
He's just hit that thick into the pocket, and that's why he's landed hard up on the red, on the yellow. It's really funny. When I was a junior learning to play, I got taught the push shot. You can actually pot this along the rail.
Yeah, I know
with
you
a
can.
push shot.
Yeah.
It's frowned upon though pretty heavily.
Yeah. Well, we've had that discussion. Joel Younger played a shot yesterday against me, and obviously I know it's in the rules, and you have to try and set it up in a way that they can't do it.
That was touching.
And it's a push shot, but it's not a push shot because it's allowed. So it's hard to get your head around. Yeah, I had the same chance to play a shot against him later in the frame and play through a straight red into the top pocket to guarantee posi on the black. And it's just not in my mentality to do it. Even coming from a snooker background and then playing these rules, you've got to play away from the ball. In England, it's I find it strange that they actually allow the Aussies to put that in when they go to the Worlds, and then they've got to play away from the ball. So it's kind of hampering. They're playing two different games.
They actually don't. They don't let us do it because they've called a foul on us plenty of times for push shots. So.
Yeah. It's it kind of. To be fair, you don't see it very often, but when it does happen, it kind of stinks because it does give the person playing the shot a massive advantage.
Yeah, I actually am a big fan of it. I play the push shot fairly well. It's one of the shots I do play better, so I like it. But yeah, I can see where the controversy lies. I wonder if that was frozen or not. I don't think it was, but you did double kiss it.
Yeah. Well, we had a little scenario like that with myself and Healy White the other day. And,
it was a frozen ball.
Yeah, that was a frozen ball. I called a frozen ball, and well, I didn't call it. It's up to the opposing player to come in and, bless him. Yeah.
I actually played him straight after that match.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of tough. Came out of that match and then went straight back on and played another game. I think that's another thing that needs to look at with the format, to be honest. I think it's really harsh on those guys. You're okay if you've got an hour's downtime, but he didn't even get time to have a quick break. It was.
Oh no, I give him 10.
Yeah, you gave him 10. Yeah, I heard that. He said his opponent gave him 10, but they were expecting him to go straight back on and play. And
it's actually funny.
Kind of
I think it depends on the person because I'd much rather just get straight back on and play.
Yeah,
if I'm playing well.
In such a big tournament, though, it's you're not out the tournament. You're still in the tournament, but obviously your path's just got a lot harder, and you've still got to get that loss out of your system because it might be a match that you feel like you could have won. You know, I mean, yeah. After losing to Joel yesterday, missing 3 easy balls, losing 11-9, I was absolutely sick. And thankfully, the guy in the next round in the losers' side, he just didn't really turn up, to be fair to him, bless him, and he made my job a lot easier. So that was the match that got all the bad stuff out of my system.
Who was that you played?
Oh, I can't remember now. He beat Travis. And I don't think it was
Chris Beakley? No.
I'm not so sure, to be honest with you. Grant Weekly?
Oh, yeah, Grant Weekly.
Yeah, Grant Weekly. And yeah, I suppose I was quite fortunate that he beat Travis because
Rusty has got on the board.
I think it was a game that he needed to win that one after the way the other games went.
Oh, it's lucky. It's
Wow.
lucky.
This is
his hand
massive.
up.
Got half a chance here of going 4-2 up. Get a bit of fresh air between them.
Just almost kicked the wide in with the yellow as well. Could have been real bad.
So who's your pick for the big guns? Are you looking past Mick for the win, the way he played and the performances he's put on?
I picked him before it even started.
Yeah.
Last night, just when he played Robbo, and it reaffirmed to me that, yeah, just how good that guy is. And it sounds really weak and defeatist of me to say that, but I'm a realist. You know, I look at the facts, I look at what's in front of me, and then make a judgment call. And my judgment call is that he doesn't look like he can be beaten if he plays like that. Someone has to, basically the only way you can lose is people have to pot a ball for break pretty much every time.
You're basically looking that if in a match you're playing a race to 11, you've got to look that, okay, let's go, it goes 10, 11, 10. You've got the toss. Out of your 11 breaks, you've got to break dish 9 of them. Yeah. I think under these conditions for this amount of money, you're an amateur player. You don't do it for a living, you know. It's his job, and he goes to work and he does his job and he does it well. And there's not many people on the planet, to be honest, that can live with him when he's just class. It's great to watch.
Oh, last night was sensational.
It's much great to watch if you're paired in his off. You know, you feel sorry for these guys. It's going to be a great game today against Joel Younger.
And Robbo actually played pretty well, to be fair to him. I mean,
I was talking to Simon Singleton, and they were saying they were watching the game, and I don't think there was a ball miss for the first 9 or 10 frames.
Yeah, Robbo really didn't do a lot wrong. He just couldn't pot a ball off the break, and just too many racks getting run by Mick.
Yeah, you can't give Mick first visit in the frames, otherwise you're in trouble. And you know, there was a couple of guys saying last night it'd be interesting to see if somebody they thought their opinion of how to beat Mick was to play him at tactics. Well, good luck with that one.
Well, he's good at that too. I think it's just underrated because he doesn't play it that
Well, he don't
much.
really need to play it because he just keeps finishing.
His white ball's sick.
Good cover shot there by Rusty. Trying to take control of the frame. That's a great shot. He's left a bit of a gap for Annie to get this yellow through and take control back.
Can he clear this red? Oh, Jesus, missed that ball a long
dear.
way. Got across the line too when he cued it.
Yeah. So you might just see Rusty try and develop these reds to the left of the table.
He's going to do double this up and down. Is he this red? Oh, so this one's being timed on the left of the screen, but is the one on the right being timed?
Yeah, there's a guy timing it. This guy just in front of us.
No, he's timing Rusty in that, isn't he? Oh,
No,
sorry,
no,
he's
this guy's
Jake,
timing.
sorry.
I think that was the issue on the other table why the time foul was called, because the guy on the other table was not shouting out loud enough. He's sat to one of the side tables instead of actually being near the table.
Oh, okay.
And so that call was not heard. It's a shame there's not more volunteers for reffing, to be fair. I think these guys at this level and this stage of the tournament, really, these tables should be refereed and time kept now. There should be people allocated.
Yeah, it's such not a fun job. And we've got a few umpires in Australia that are absolutely hardcore for it. Like they love umpiring, they love being, you know, in the action. They get to watch the good players, and yeah, they just enjoy umpiring the game.
Well, I think I've heard a rumour that our good old Barry Appleton from Pop Black, New Zealand, he's refereeing the final. He's been given the job of refereeing the final.
Oh, really?
I mean, a great little notch on his belt there, because he likes refereeing. He's good. he also does our MCing at our nationals, and that's absolutely brilliant. He calls out the players one by one to the table at the Woolston Club. And I don't know whether you've ever been to the Woolston Club in Christchurch. It's probably, I'll be honest, it's probably one of the best pool venues I've ever played in.
Yeah, I've not been to New Zealand before, but it is on the list.
It's tremendous. You've got the table set up downstairs and a big balcony about, a top level, and it opens out onto a big balcony. And you're looking down on every table, and it's brilliant. Music playing. You know, the guys that have taken it, Brad Campbell and Marianne Kane, they set up Super League rules in our country, and they've just been brilliant. And the setup, everything. Brad's really, he don't mess around, Brad. He don't do things by halves. He's one of these, if he's going to do a job, he does it properly, and it's good. You need that because he's a player as well. He's a good player as well, and one of the top pool players in the country. Plays with a snooker, and just a genuinely good bloke. And he don't do things by halves. He's a good guy, but he takes everything in. You know, the tables are brush padded and ironed before every match, every session. You know, timekeepers where timekeepers are needed.
Yeah, all those little 1%ers
Just
help.
those little things, you know, that just go towards. And obviously, it's good money. You're playing for $10,000 first prize.
Do you reckon that was a foul that Rusty just played there before? Can you replay? It's too late now, of course, but the shot that Rusty just played to put the red over the hole. I think
you're thinking not it?
I think
he hit
cushion. Well, I know the red didn't. I think I heard him say the white hit, but I just want to check it. Because I wasn't paying any attention to the white, to be honest. I was looking more at the red. But look, it must have been close. What's Rusty up to here? Oh, he's got two. Yeah, he pushed the ball over the hole after Andy tried to sneak his ball inside. That's the one. Oh no, just before that. There you go. Good shot that from Rusty.
Nice shot
Cleared
there.
the pocket. No, it didn't. I don't reckon it hit.
Did the red hit the cushion that he played it past?
Can you zoom it in?
Or the yellow, sorry? He hit it into the ball. Did the other ball hit the cushion?
I don't reckon it did.
Well, yeah, the white hit.
The white did hit.
The white hit.
Yeah, Rusty did say
Yeah.
that. It's not like I wasn't believing him or not. I just wanted to confirm it.
Like we say, another bit of proof there that it'd be great to have referees at this level.
One thing that you will find, though, Aussie guys will pride themselves on is honesty. Rusty would have called a foul himself if he thought it was. That's a great shot to pick the gap like that. And I'm already starting to see the chinks in the armour from the early onslaught of Barnett, although it has been a couple of mop-up duties.
Yeah. It's very hard.
Errors.
Like I say before, you know, he's been out of the game for like 10 years, and he's just sort of got his cue back out properly to play for this. You know, he emigrated to Australia 3 years ago, and you don't emigrate abroad to play pool. You know, you come here for the better way of life, and you just get dragged back into it. It's a great social thing, you know.
Absolutely.
It's the pool setup in England is just fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic.
Is this beer mine?
Oh,
Dan's.
Rusty. Just missed a relatively straightforward black there, Rusty, to the
I thought it was tricky
left
playing
and
off the
centre.
rail. Oh, this is mine. Oh, thanks, mate. I actually thought it was tricky off the rail. That was caused, obviously, by the positional shot previous that he didn't want it to yellow. He wanted to miss it.
Looking here at Andy taking this big yellow onto the top pocket. You know,
if Andy goes up 4-1,
he's got the simple snooker here. He can knock the bottom right hand, cover the bottom right hand pocket and get the snooker on the black. Yeah, it's a great shot.
Look at the
Certainly
shot he
didn't want to
leaves,
miss it, but he's got a good shot there now. He can either go game here, or if he's not fancying it on these tables with them being cut tight, he can just drop the yellow in and get the snooker.
So this yellow on the left here, that's fine. It's off the rail a decent amount. It's when they're on the rail, it's really
For all the
tricky.
viewers looking at home now, they'll be looking at, like, we're really spoiled in New Zealand. Our tables quality are fantastic. They're absolutely unbelievable. And like that table in the bottom left-hand pocket, that ball there in the bottom left-hand, that's you can pot that cleanly from here. It's going, and it's not because necessarily the bags are bigger. I don't know. They just play different.
Yeah, no, this will not be a problem, I don't think. Although he hasn't landed absolutely perfect here, but I still don't see an issue. I think he'll run these balls. Yeah, if this does go 4-1, Andy's been handed a few of these and just had to mop up, whereas Rusty's probably been in first nearly every frame, had a chance to dominate. Needs to come back at least halfway. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would like to come back a touch more.
4-1 coming in.
It's really funny because he's got to actually control this fairly well at centre table. Doesn't want to go near the middle pocket. It's funny things can happen. You can undercut him trying to pull the wide up the table. But he's played it well.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done, mate. Well done. Robbo's on another fairly simple finish there to keep his two frame gap going.
And I predicted, screws back into the car park and back out again. I actually predicted an 8-6 score line for this match to Robbo. And I don't back against Jake very often.
You don't fancy a bit of a hill match?
Oh, I'd love to see it just for the entertainment value. Robbo, he still looks the cleaner of the two players out there as well when he's amongst them and finishing them.
Oh, he's just a great cueist.
Their styles
just
are different.
A great cueist.
Jake looks like a horrible cueist. Like, he looks like he's just terrible, but his delivery of the actual cue itself from the final swing back and strike.
His final touch is lovely. But like you say, Mark's just steady away. He looks like almost like a snooker player playing pool.
He does, yeah. And played a lot of snooker growing up.
It's a different cueing action. So he played a lot of snooker, did he, growing up?
Well, he sort of had to. He didn't have a lot of choice.
And then realised he was going to be the second best brother out of the two and switched to pool.
I think more the point, I think Neil just decided to pursue it, whereas Mark didn't. He's told us some funny stories about when they were kids and they were forced to play snooker. Like, they had to play a certain number of snookers a day, and then their dad would go out and then they'd jump on the Xbox or whatever, they'd be playing games, and then they'd hear him come up the driveway, because they had a really long driveway, and they'd quickly go out there and put some chalk on the table and write some breaks on the board and some frame scores and stuff. And
crazy. Was the dad a bit of a player then? Where did that come from? Where did the drive from his dad come from?
Yeah, look,
because obviously, I mean, let's face it, there's not a lot of money in cue sports. I mean, if you're going to force your kid to play any sport, golf or tennis.
Yeah, he did play, but not at a pro level or anything like that. But he had a fair bit of involvement with a sort of a pool hall up there. Like, used to go there all the time. Same old story, a circle of friends, and they sort of, become a giant family. I don't know the absolute intricacies of how, it's just you're playing snooker or that's it. Don't know how that happened, but it's worked for Neil.
Because who's the other family in Australia? Is it the Delahunties?
Well, yeah. Once again, not really any snooker going on there, except James decided I'm going to start playing snooker as well. Hasn't gone overseas or pro or anything, but I still reckon, like, if you get every single person putting in preparation to become the best they can, of all the players, James Delahunty is a freak show.
Yeah.
He just, on these pockets, I may
be
saying no.
At the pool or at the snooker?
Pool.
At pool.
Maybe on these pockets I might say no, but like when we played at the Western National, the pockets were far more generous. And so you probably watched the World Titles this year when Chipperfield won the world title. He didn't care where the white was as long as he could pot a ball. That's how James played these tables, and he rarely missed a ball. Just really good, crisp, clean potting and cueing the whole tournament, and just wrecked everyone.
Just to cut in on you there, Rusty seemed like he was on a bit of half a chance of a finish there, and he's just played an absolute game changer into Andy's favour, knocking that yellow up onto the top right-hand pocket. It's possibly giving Andy a bit of breathing space here, chance to get back in.
He's going to play for a double. He's got to. He's come touch short, just a touch short. He had to be on the bottom rail there. He's going to try and squeeze it. Oh, good effort.
Wow, I mean, same again, guys, for all you at home watching, realising that these table pockets are tight. That looked pretty good to me. I thought that was...
Okay, Robbo's about to go 6-3 and another pot out, I believe.
So another one of your Aussie greats, Quinton On. What's he up to nowadays?
I don't know what he's doing. I know he's got a court case coming up soon for some kind of fraudulent duties as an accountant or some... I don't know exactly what it was, but yeah, bit of a maniac, that bloke. Probably the biggest talent I've ever seen in my life, and just wasted.
I spoke with Darren Appleton on numerous occasions, and he thinks that possibly Quinton On is absolute freak show on a pool table. Probably thinks he's the greatest player to ever play on a pool table.
He could have been anything.
Coming from somebody like Darren, who's obviously got two great mates in Chris Mellin and Mick Hill, who, in my opinion, are probably the three best 8-ballers. Well, I can't actually say that. Gareth Potts, in my opinion, is probably the most solid 8-ball player, and it was a massive loss to the game when he went to Chinese 8-ball, but it shows the class when he goes over there and does what he does in that game. It's just tremendous.
It's really...
But he's so professional. His whole professional attitude about it. But they all are, all the top players. Whatever they do, they give 100% focus. And, you know, these guys, they don't wait for things to happen in the game. They make the changes to themselves. There's no money in pool in England. You know, your first prize for the World Championships is £10,000. You know, but you've got these guys in England playing £20,000 money matches. It kind of don't make sense, really. Your World Champion should, in my opinion, he should be the one that gets the plaudits.
You are right about that. Be interesting to see how much money some of the tournament organisers actually receive for the organisation.
Well,
but we won't go there. Big break that from Jake. Oh, he's just got that red covered pot.
I think that was one of the good things as well with very refreshing coming to New Zealand and seeing our setup with the Super League, with the you know, Brad Campbell. It's sponsored by BC Contracting, which is Brad Campbell Contracting, got his own building company, and he basically put his hand in his pocket and helped fund it to get it off the ground, put a lot of money in, and you know, he stated all along, it's for him it's a non-profit making thing, and you know, to be fair, if he was trying to ever make money out of pool, he's in the wrong game. So you know, it's for him, it's all about the getting it out there and putting New Zealand on the map, and I think to me that's massive. It's massive. That's what it's all about. Anybody who's ever had a chance to represent the country playing a game that we all love, you can't put a price on that. And I know a lot of our young lads, even though it's a singles event, we've like come away as a New Zealand team this week, and we've treated each other like a team. We've been there, we've helped each other out, supported each other. It's been really, really good, really refreshing, and I think we're penciled in for coming back to Canberra to play in a Tri-Nations test in November.
Oh, yep.
So
actually,
that's this year, later in this year, November.
I was actually curious on who was ranked #1 in New Zealand. When I watched Simon Singleton play, I was very impressed with his game, and I thought that there was a very good chance that he might have been ranked top.
We don't really have a ranking system at the minute, to be fair. It's early days. We've not really got a ranking system. We've just got this national. We play in provinces. We have 16 players in a province, and we all play, and the top so many. If you've got 16 players in your province, the top 8 qualify for the final stages, and then we have a 64-man double eliminator in Christchurch. Long matches, long races, race to 10 first round, leading up to race to 13 in the finals, and yeah, basically double eliminator, and winner takes $10,000.
So who would, if you were to get your top 20 players in the room together, and I know that's tough to do, to ask this question because a lot of egos in pool, but who would get the majority votes as the best player in the country?
Well, we play 2 disciplines at pool, and well, I mean, you've got the biggest ego in the country sitting here next to you, because I rate myself as the best. No, but I think as a pool player, you have to back yourself all the time, no matter who you're playing. But I don't always think that you can really say who's the best player. I think for me, certainly now, I mean, I'm an old dog, really, 41 years old, and I'll be privileged to play for New Zealand. You know, I've got my citizenship. The rules, what we play in New Zealand, the Charter Club Combo rules. Phil Wilkinson has just dominated for years, and his best buddy is Matt McInnes, and he's class as well.
So these guys aren't here though, are they?
Yeah, they're here. Phil
wow.
Wilkinson, Matt McInnes. You know, Matt McInnes has had so many hill matches yesterday, and he's just absolutely monster dished the guy off the tail in the decider. You know, the guy is a potting freak. He's unbelievable, just unbelievable. One of the best plain ball potters I've ever seen in the game, to be honest. Yeah, it's just, he's class. And I think going back to your question about who you would put in your 20, for me personally, I tend to think that it doesn't really matter who your number 1 is. When you're playing a team event, you need your 10 best players.
Oh, sure.
And I think if you was to ask me, I wouldn't really give a top player. I would just give you half a dozen players that I would want to play in a team with. And,
yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, you asked the same thing of Victoria here as well.
Yeah,
We've got a lot of talent here.
But like you say, there's a lot of egos, you know. We all think we're the best, we all try, but that's what you're doing. You're putting your skills on show, you know. I mean, I won the national title this year, but it don't necessarily make me the best player in New Zealand. It just means that I was the best player on that particular weekend, and I beat Simon in the final. We had a great match. The year before, Steve Denton beat Simon in the final. So, you know, and yeah, we've got loads of good players. Young Healy White, who's played this weekend, he's a great player.
He's as carefree as you can get.
He's a good kid, you know. He's been given opportunities, and he's really starting to make that breakthrough now. Politics again, I think, involved in Q Sports, and that sometimes stops players. And I don't think teams should be picked on faces and favourites and characters. I like to see characters in the game. You know, if they always tend to go on about discipline this, discipline that, and I think if you're good enough, you should be in. You can't.
I agree with
that. Sometimes a team needs your wild characters. Obviously, you don't want to go away to another country representing New Zealand and start insulting refs and abusing players and doing all this, because you're just letting yourself down. You're letting your whole team down, and I think definitely then you should. But I think you can't keep punishing young juniors for things that they possibly did 4 years ago when they were 14 and stupid. You know, you've got to give them a chance to actually, oh yeah, you know, they've grown up now. Let's give them a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Let them hang themselves. Let them hang themselves. Because if they go away with players like your Phil Wilkinsons, I mean, Phil Wilkinson's respected so much in New Zealand. I've got massive respect for the guy. He's class. You know, he's absolutely class, and he just makes the game look so easy, and he's just a lovely bloke. But we've got
dump the white.
But yeah, we've got quite a few. Kerry Wirtz, he's another top class player in New Zealand. He was meant to be coming away for this trip, and couldn't make it. But he's another class player. Matt Edwards, he's played this weekend. Another top player, certainly a top 9-ball player. He's staying on in Australia to play in the Australian Open 9-ball. So.
Well, you've given us stacks of background there on New Zealand for sure, and it's going to be great to see these guys coming over time and time again. I am very interested now in your shot selection process, because that's the fun part about seeing everyone's different. I have some real, I wouldn't say wars, but some difference of opinion with people I commentate with. Steve Jamieson comes to mind. He always says the complete opposite of what I say, and we always have a bit of banter. Already I saw you see a creative shot that I didn't see earlier. So I've got a feeling you're going to come up with a few more of them. And I actually have not even, I've been so busy listening to you and you giving us the background on New Zealand pool that I haven't even been looking at the scores, and Andy's 5-1
he's looking
up.
pretty good. He's looking pretty good now, and I think the biggest question now, if Andy pinches another frame and goes 6-1, the big question is has Andy got the credentials to get over the line? And going back to those players again, Andy's going to get over the line. He's not going to struggle.
Jake's just played a really loose shot there. A lot of body movement.
It's
and the Reds.
I'm still going to call that match. I still think that match is going to go 7-7.
Oh, I'd love to see a 7-7.
Jake and Mark.
I'll tell you what, if it is, who broke that frame? Who broke the first frame in this match? Because Jake has a horrible reputation for.
Oh, we're being told Robbo broke first, so.
Okay, because if I've seen so many times that Jake's had the first break, it goes to the final frame and he breaks and pots out. That has just done a U-bolt all the way down the table.
Great shot.
Robbo's just putting the clamps on. He knows he's not potting out there because these two reds are completely tied up by yellows. Jake won't mind the if Robbo tries to sort of engage tactically with him. It'd be difficult to say who the better tactical player is of these two. Robbo's tactics has improved out of sight over the last
Not really
couple
seen
of years.
Robbo play many tactical shots this weekend. He's just been potting. He's a bit of a machine when he gets going, eh?
Yeah, if he's forced into it though, he
Oh,
plays
look at the
right.
table there.
Yeah, it's moved a bit. Has it caused a foul snooker too, has it? Actually, no, to be fair, to actually get that to stay right in the hole from that line, because you can't hit the actual full ball itself, that would have been pretty tricky to do.
Yeah, but the fact it's drifted is massive. Even so, Rusty's going to struggle with that red that's sat on the yellow.
I reckon he'd be all right, because you'll be able to put the white ball left-hand side of the table in the balk line, come off the bottom cushion. I reckon that line might be there. Rusty's just going to play this one instead and come off the bottom cushion and into it.
Yeah,
The gap is right there. Oh, he's caught the yellow. He's got a result. That's a massive result.
He'll tell you play for that.
If he tries to convince me to play for that, he's off his head. It's a good shot.
That's a great shot.
Well, it's still tricky.
Well, this is it. I don't think he can't. He certainly needs the 2 for the black. So if he can get to the top left-hand side of the table, he can play the right-hand side of the black. So the black cannons the cushion. Use 1 yellow to hold, as we see now. Use the right-hand yellow next to the black to hold the white, and use the left-hand yellow to hold the black, and he should have a shot. There we go.
Oh, that little friendly little nudge on the yellow as well.
Oh.
A lot of things happened good there for Rusty.
I thought he played that beautiful there, but I'll tell you what. Oh, great finish. Yeah, well played, Rusty. Well worked out there. It's amazing how quick he thinks these shots out.
Oh, yeah.
He just plays so quick.
He's trying to get into Big Daddy freestyle mode.
You know, you see guys play that quick. Normally it's like a nervous rush. They play fast so that they... But he's just... That's a great shot from Jake.
Yeah, and I reckon this yellow sneaks in as well. And I'm pretty sure...
Certainly on the outer tables I think it would do, but on these...
No, I reckon it will. They're okay going into the pocket from centre table type thing. It's just along the rails they are a nightmare. Yeah. And I think both the yellows pass as well, but he's maybe opting for a better angle.
Or maybe it's going to stun this and...
Play the other one. Or whatever he's chosen to do there is not
He's
good.
landed in...
Now, do you think he's... the way he's cued that, because he's got right through that, I reckon he actually wanted to come back another foot rather than hold the white.
Yeah.
Because he got right
Either
through
that
it.
or it was adrenaline and he's just... Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. He's really...
Check this up with a bunch of left-hand side, is he? Oh, he can roll it.
Wow. That's a great shot.
He's actually been a bit unfortunate, hasn't gone
Bided
in.
him some time.
We see it's
still
actually,
massive favourite, but yeah, like you say, come back another 2 inches there on that yellow and it's game over, and it's 6-5 and all on.
I know we hate it when we do that when we've committed, because it can cost you the frame so many times, hanging a ball over the pocket like that.
But then, like you were saying earlier on, you see, this is the difference when you got somebody like Mick Hill at the table. Those chances those chances are in the bag. They're done, you know. And this is this is the level you've got to play to.
Yeah, he just doesn't miss it out.
I mean,
and it's actually funny when you see Mick Hill miss, because he looks surprised himself.
Yeah.
Robbo's tried to create.
I think sometimes
traffic.
he throws a miss in just to give people hope.
Someone else said that to me yesterday, but
one of our young lads, bless him, Danny Bowen, he said last night after a few jars, he says, I want to see Mick Hill bleed just to prove he's human. He says, I don't believe he's human. I says, oh, he's human, mate. I says, he's just a finely tuned human.
yeah, I wonder what he's actually done to get that good. Is there any natural talent there, or is he just been...
Oh, I think there's a lot of natural talent, but I still think you have to harness it.
Oh, look at this shot.
Wow.
Oh, you know what?
Well, that's a game winner.
I think Garrett... Because
you ain't getting them reds out of there without knocking the yellow in.
Yeah, the black's got to be brought into play now.
Yep. It's...
Tell you what, actually...
He's got a good chance, actually, because he'll play the black onto the reds later in the game. If he can get right behind it and drop the black in, take the first shot away on the yellow,
he's got to do
black
it now.
right onto the red.
He's got to get on it, like he's got to pop this ball at the top and get on this ball on the black and play at this visit. You can't let Jake get that yellow in or in better
well,
position.
if Jake gets that yellow in, yeah, this will be it.
But I agree with you. I don't think those reds are coming out.
No. So does he roll his difficult red in the top, take the red in the middle, and then just play the black onto the reds?
Yeah, that's
leave
all
the
he
white
can do.
down in the bottom rail and just make it.
That's all he can do. Oh, that has just... See, he's overcut that
I think
and he's
he'll have
lost
to
the
play the
white.
black now. I think he's got to play the black now.
I completely agree. Even if you're going off, you're not
But it's
worried.
from the distance. I'm just worried he's going to actually give. He's got to get that black tight, because otherwise he's definitely going to. With this distance, I think he's definitely going to leave a first pot on that yellow, which means he will have the black with 2 shots. So
You still have to play it.
he's got to get that black
Absolutely
tight.
no choice here.
I tell you what, it'll almost be better here if he plays the black and goes in off in that corner.
That's what I said. In off won't hurt him.
Yeah. Here we go. He's got the in off.
Oh, he hasn't got the black right though.
Oh dear.
It's hard to get out that black.
It is. I think the shot for me now would be, what's he on? Reds. Play the red onto the black, not the yellow in, leave the red right in front of the black. Just give him a shot at his yellow. He's got to pop the yellow in one, and then he's got to get the black out of a gap with the red right in front of it. It's hard. You've got to kick it off the rail.
Do you know what I'd do here? I'd run the yellow up to the pocket with one, and then I'd pot it, and I'd get about a foot to the left-hand side of the spot on the table, and then I'd backdoor the black out that way. So you can catch it fairly full, that black, and you can just take it off the side cushion, even if it
He's
hits
still
the
got
red.
the yellow on though.
You know, I'm promoting this with one shot, and then I'm going to pot it with the other, and I'm going to get the white ball where I want for the kick out, and I'm going to foul obviously. But,
I think that's risky though, because if that yellow drops in, you've just given the guy 2 shots, and
you shouldn't touch any other balls though than the black.
I think if you're on the yellow, you just stay away from that corner.
But you've got to get
Your
the black
your
out.
shot to play now is you're on the yellows. I think cut the yellow in and then double that red up and back down in.
See, I don't want any more reds there. The only way you can lose this frame is leaving the black there now, because at some point Robbo is going to get himself where he can get really close to the white and black, and he's just going to basically leave the white hard up.
Try and get the foul snooker.
Yeah, well, not have the foul snooker. He's going to leave him hard up on the black, and he can't kick it out. Got to get the black out. He's looking at it. I just think he has to get it out.
But he's in almost a no-lose situation here. You don't need to force the game because he's on yellows. He's got the yellow. He's got the 2 reds in the pocket. Even with that black not there, you can't get those reds out without fouling that yellow.
But this is what I'm saying.
If you shoot that other red in front of the black, it's then meaning that you're going to get the foul snooker on.
The game shifted for me now. The yellow is now completely irrelevant in this frame. It's all about getting on this black and having the white basically hard up on it and fouling. If you do that and you can't kick the black out, especially if you get it touching, what are you going to do there? If you get it touching, he's got to shoot away.
You see, I'd be playing now, just playing to fresh air up near the top left-hand pocket.
What, give him a foul snooker?
No, it won't be a foul snooker. It's Robbo's shot.
But didn't you say you're going to give him a fresh air shot? So what are you doing here? So there's one red coming out. See, that angle's no good. He wants the white in line. Do you know what I mean? If it's there, the white, he can just push up onto it. So he's going to do it anyway, but but he might leave a gap for kick out. Oh, he's just getting a bit closer. Ooh. Oh, he thought it would drop. But see, that's his thought process. He's like, oh, I want to leave it hard up. Now, let's say that yellow drops. Jakes can't win the frame. And that's why, in my opinion, he had to get the black out. Oh, he's taking the white ball in hand, says foul snooker. He's a bit filthy with it, but it just rocked. It didn't actually move. Geez, Rusty's just hammered that.
I think his only danger now is that he can possibly, when he plays the black onto the red, has he nominated the black?
Yeah, and the black's going to go to the right side of the table. Oh,
and then it'll kick in and going off. And he'll take that. He'll take that.
Trust it to a little bit of luck.
Rusty.
What's Robbo?
Rusty's just done.
Jake may struggle on this.
Come on, Jakey,
Yeah.
come on, mate.
That's fine.
What? No, if the black had gone in off, he'd have lost the frame.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because it's only a free ball, you can't pot it.
You can't pot at the same time as your ball.
5-2 Rusty. Come on, Andy. Stop the right. Oh, dear. Foul break.
Well, not when the
Oh, no,
ball
it's
went
not.
in.
There we go.
Ball went in the pocket,
yeah,
though, anyway.
Ball went in the centre.
McCartney's fighting back. Your Hill is looking a bit better.
Come on, McCartney!
I think we might watch the Robbo Jake match for this frame. This one's got plenty of golf in it. Look at this.
Especially now, look at this for a... Wow.
Come on, Jakey, come on, mate.
Has he got an easy red starter? He's going to take reds.
Yeah, possibly play off the 2 reds that are near the centre. Play off the right-hand side of the first one, kick the other one in, and then that one will let the yellow. He should have a shot on the one in the pocket. He's got to sort of play a little bit of a
you're right.
skill shot sort of thing.
He wants to overcut it so the red comes off the left side of the yellow.
His biggest danger is he'd be really unlucky to snooker himself behind a yellow.
He's played that well.
Yeah, great shot. Providing the top red goes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, it flies in. So can McCartney equal the score here? Go 6-all.
Here we go.
And Jake seems to have settled quite nicely now as well. Like, the reason I can tell is he's just doing his little lumber around the table every sort of shot. Just checks a couple of things.
Taking a few Ks off the speed that he's playing. I'd say he's just.
Yeah, he still plays relatively quickly. Like, he just gets on with it. But you can see him just walking around checking each time where he wants to white. When he's not settled, he sometimes doesn't do that. But right now he's got that, you know, carefree bop around the table. And, well, that's just found its way in. Ooh, is he on this bottom red? Because he has undercut the red, so the white lost some pace. If he's not on this bottom red, he might not be potting out here. He's going to go cross table. I think I'd rather play a swerve shot than go cross table if it's only part like a small snooker.
Well, you can get away if you swerve the yellow and you play the cross the table, knock the red onto the pocket. You're in massive control. If it does go, you've still got the red to the middle. That's all right. That's
I would have preferred to swerve it though. There,
that's a great leave.
I got up and had a look, but.
I think it's he's definitely got the run of the balls at the minute.
Yeah, Robbo might have no choice but to try and commit to a very big out. Oh, he's missed that by a long way. Probably just focused a little more on cannoning the other yellow off the rail and forgot about the potting angle there for a sec.
I think it was always going to be difficult for him there. Eh? He, like you say, if he had have got to the black.
Yeah, well, my thought, I watched.
Always going to be struggling.
I watched Mick do it twice last night, and this is what made me a bit sick. He's got this incredible ability of playing like that yellow that's down the bottom here of the table, of landing on a sort of semi-thinnish cut and then playing the ball running side and kicking the black off full ball. Oh, he's a genius at it.
Yeah. But like we've said a few times, that's why it's his living, eh? You put a guy in the tournament that plays it for a living. That's what you're dealing with.
No, you're right. And barring a bad miss to the middle, this should be 6-all. That is in.
There we go. 6-6. Jake's looking pretty good. I think for his own good. I think Mark needs to stop the rot with this game. Otherwise, his seeds of doubt will be creeping in.
Yeah, Jake's break was huge there. He had full control from the beginning of that frame, and Robbo had a half chance.
That's a great shot by Andy there.
This was 5-1 though, don't forget, Baden. It's sort of starting to look like last night's match with Joel. He was 5-1 up and then suddenly 5-3. So Andy needs to, I think he has to win this frame to make sure that same scenario doesn't play out.
Yeah. And it's hard as a player because I think no matter how much you try, you always think of frames that you've let go, and it's hard. It's hard to get it out your head. Another reason why you've got to respect the top players. You know, they just. Here we go. Is that a dry break?
I think it is. That was Robbo. Robbo is actually really struggling with the breaks as far as potting and ball's concerned. Geez, I like yellows here.
Yeah.
But opening yellow is a tough one, the one that's right in the middle of the table. Or a double. I think Jake will take
I think
reds.
if you're going yellows there, I think you're going to have to play safe. If you go reds, you've just got the red at the bottom right-hand side of the table. Whether or not you can skid that onto the pocket with side.
Rusty got 1 or 2, I didn't see. You're going to play the jam now. Oh, look how far his elbow's out.
Interesting to look a little bit there, and I tell you what.
He's got a result and a half. Hang on, what's he on? Oh, he's got
He's
2.
on yellows. 2 shots.
No, that's not 2. He had 2 shots, that was the right shot.
Pot this little screw back for the yellow into the top pocket.
20 seconds.
Didn't actually just see what Jake did there, but it can't have been good. I'm assuming Rusty's going to try and pick the gap between the 2 reds here.
Yeah.
Sneak in between them, he'll have a choice of balls.
If he's on that yellow now, it'd be certainly the right shot to go for. Other than that, he's got nothing else I can see. Other than pop the yellow in the right centre and screw back into the...
I reckon he's got perfect angle, actually, to sneak between
Here we
these
go.
reds. I'm just looking at the table.
Come on, mate.
Yep.
It's played that well. Played that well. If that yellow goes into the left centre now, that's perfect. You can just play the yellow, screw into the red, hold for the yellow to the bottom right.
Yeah,
It's all straightforward.
And I would actually play this a different way.
Yeah.
I would play the one on the right, and I don't care if I screw high, because then I can come off the back rail again, and I know that if I've got the yellow last, the red's just going to hold the white.
But if you play the yellow to the middle now with side, and you just hold into the red, it straightens up. You're going to be on a straight yellow. Well, it's going your way.
Which is rare, because no one ever goes my way.
Well, he might get it wrong, so don't...
Well, he's underscrewed. I think he had to come higher, unless his angle's perfect where he can just squeeze past the black.
Or he can drop that yellow in and go through the gap for the yellow to the top pocket, stun it for the black into the corner. I don't know. Oh, hang on, now he's playing the yellow.
What's going on here?
This is wow.
Jeez, that was a great
That
shot.
was so risky, but he's played that absolutely brilliant. That was just fraught
risky.
with danger. The guy's unbelievable.
Wow, I just saw Robbo miss.
He makes even the wrong way look the right way.
He does. I just saw Robbo miss a long pot that you would hardly ever see him miss.
But then is it the wrong way if you get him?
That's the thing. I've sat here so many times saying this is the wrong way to go, and then they just make me look like an idiot. I'm pretty used to it now, though, so I just water off the duck's back for me.
That's where I've been going wrong. I've been trying to go the right way, and I should be going the wrong way. And that's a nice containing shot there.
It's actually pretty funny. I've had so many people over the years come up to me and go, "Oh, that shot you called there, geez, you got that wrong, blah, blah, blah." I don't cop it so much these days because I think people just have a laugh every time I get it wrong now and just wait for it to happen, and it takes a good 30 seconds before it does each time, and they're all happy.
Well, this is my first ever time in a commentary box, and yeah.
Well, you're probably already realising that the camera angle is very deceptive as to what's really going on.
Yeah.
This is
the only thing you can't fail to notice is your phone going off in your pocket with all your text messages of people making remarks or you're commentating.
Yeah, get plenty of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think a few of the pool players are a bit jealous because I've been big in fill-up, and you know.
They all want a shout out?
Yeah, I love them all. It's not just Phil, it's just he wins most things. So
just do a blanket one, just a shout out to New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand Paul. Love you all from your adopted Kiwi.
A couple of them might not like me. I did make a couple of Kiwi jokes, I think a couple of days ago. But
oh yeah. Yeah, there's a few good jokes out there.
It's all part of the humour.
You didn't do about the sheep's intestines one then?
Oh, I think a sheep did come up once or twice.
Yeah, yeah. About the Yeah, well, I don't think we should go into that one on there, really. My kids might be watching at home. If they are watching, Chloe, Lewis, love you guys. Can't wait to come home and see you. And of course the wife, love her to bits as well. Can't wait to see her. Me rock. So.
And by the sound of things, a
text message just gone off in my pocket. That's the
abuse.
That'll be Matt McInnes. He loves it.
This particular frame that Robbo and Jake are playing, this has been, in context with the rest of the match, has been very, very average. But now it's become a scrappy tactical frame because of a few misses. Jake wants to remove this yellow because it's dodgy. Not bad. He's restricted Robbo a little. Does have the ball in the middle, but it's got some risk attached to it. And meanwhile, Big Daddy Freestyle, Rusty Wheeler, 5-4 now, and you can sort of feel this nightmare.
I think this this clearance from Andy here, this is massive.
Yeah, it's key.
I think it's almost a. He's going to have a tricky shot to the black, whichever yellow he leaves till last. He's got to take this one now. There's no other choice, but this next positional shot is huge.
I think I'd actually just be happy to land near the right side cushion here. You're going to take the ball a bit longer, but yeah, I like this shot. That's the shot.
Yeah. Come on, Andy, mate. You've got to cue this, buddy.
Yeah, this is good cueing required here. He's actually got to screw off this a bit.
Sure,
can't just stun it.
His wife Charlotte will be sat at home, screaming at the TV for him to pot this.
I'll tell you what, this is a tough pot, so don't have any heavy objects in your hand, because there is I'm going to say a 40-60 chance that she throws that heavy object at the TV screen if this doesn't go in. This is a tough shot. Yeah, he's cued across the line.
Yep.
And that actually reaffirms to me what Andy said about his match play, how he hasn't really had it. When you're under the pump and you don't have solid match play under your belt in recent times, that's when your cueing action starts to let you down.
Yeah, throw the odd chicken wing in every now and again, and it frustrates you because then
you can feel it. You can feel that you've done it too, and it makes you wild.
Oh, mate.
Rusty's just looking for the best path there. All these balls are sort of near one another, but you need to still be neat and tidy with the way you choose.
Well, I think even with Rusty's attacking game here, to be honest, I don't think he can turn down the chance here of just dropping in and getting 2 shots. Why take a risk of losing the white when you can guarantee 2 shots here pretty
Rusty
much?
will not. No, he will.
It's just not in his repertoire. I don't think he sees safety shots.
He does when he has to, when he feels like he can't pot out. That's pretty rare. So even this pot here, he's going to take it on. He knows he's going to be on a choice of balls.
Yeah.
He just has the ball. Well, he's gone right through.
I think he knows himself. He had to make the shot there. I mean, this is tricky now. It could be tricky.
He just believes in his ability, probably more than most.
Key shot.
That's
it's played that well.
That's a sensational shot.
Because I think he can drop that red in the top. He may even be able to just slightly tickle the black, knowing that he's got the red on the other side of the table. He's got a bit of an angle on there. Looks like he's got a bit of an angle.
Even if he can't count the black, he can
drop it in and then take the red in the pocket and go around the back of the black.
Exactly.
If he's straight. But I think he's got a slight angle.
Oh, he's taking this one first.
Well,
this is automatic position as well, though, so this is fine.
Oh, he's played that well. Yeah, shot Rusty.
So I'm assuming he's going to drop this in as well and just slide past the yellow and play the...
Slide past, tickle it, just play it natural angle, drop it in.
Just, you see, he always goes the complete opposite way.
But that's a great shot. It's just simple.
Yeah.
Keeps it simple. He plays the game lovely. It's lovely to watch.
I just don't even consider screwing the opposite side there. Like when you just got to.
I think when you play with that small white ball though all the time, it's what you realise you can actually get out of it. You can create angles that just aren't. I think that's why Mick Hill's so good at his positional play, because he can find an angle that you actually don't think exists, and it's that slide. And when you're playing, and I mean, like I say, going back to the tables, if you brush them and clean them and iron them, and you get that slide back on the table, that's when you can really draw the white ball.
Did you actually see the final colour ball that Mick pot last night, or the second last one that he pot last night, where he plays this massive stun run through, sort of I don't even know where he hit the white to get that to happen. It's an unbelievable shot.
If you've noticed though, it's the way he actually caresses the ball. A lot of it's in his timing and his cueing action.
Yeah, for sure.
He looks like he cues it different to everyone else in the room, but it's in such a positive way. It's the way he's just got the white on a piece of string. It's hard to not go on too much.
It is.
And feel like
a Mick lover.
Yeah, people are thinking I'm a love child of Mick Hill, but yeah, it's I just respect the guy so much, what he's done.
Great shot there from Jake. Opened up probably, he's definitely going to be opening up both pockets here because he wants to clear the black as well. This is actually, you know what? 2 shots ago, you would have said there's no way Jake's going to pot out here.
No,
and now you're looking at it going, yeah,
this shot's everything. Well, this one and the next one. Pot this one, get a nice angle, pot the red in off the yellow, clear the bag, drop onto the rail.
Wow,
what's he
doing here?
Wow.
It's a good shot. I think he's got perfect angle to screw straight back to the rail as well.
Wow.
I still don't know. Actually, you know why he's taken that shot, I think, is because if he had to just come for the gap between the 2 yellows, he might have had too much angle to punch it and hold.
Yeah, yeah. Can he pinch a bit of pocket? Maybe force the angle so he's on this red on the bottom rail, second to last ball. Screw back up through the gap, send the red down.
Oh, this is a tough shot.
This is tough.
He's actually got to use right hand side on this as well to get back across the table.
20 seconds. Come on, mate. That's it.
Jeez,
that's a great shot. He's played that really well. No, this is massive. This is massive. He's got to get this contact right.
Yeah, I think if he had his choice,
yellow.
If he had his choice, he would have landed dead straight on this, and just that way he didn't have to worry about the yellow. He could just run straight through. But now he's actually got to move.
But I think the white's guaranteed to come off the cushion. It's aiming towards the yellow in the middle of the table, which will give him a shot. Any cannon on that yellow is going to have a shot at the black. The biggest thing is getting this yellow out of the way of the black.
Yeah, he wants to can it fairly thin, so it just
cushion
pushes
first,
the bottom rail.
Cushion first.
Perfect. Yep. Oh, no, it wasn't. Or is it?
Oh dear.
Is he okay or not? I don't think it's on. And this is why he had to hit it thinner, I thought, because if he hit it thick, it was a chance to go in front of the black.
20 seconds.
What's Andy done here? Missed that last shot he played to the. Does this go past there?
I'm surprised he played a double.
Tiny.
Oh, does this go?
Yeah, this goes.
Play for the middle.
He's got it.
Come on, Jakey!
Oh, it was on.
Jake's got it.
Oh, he's done the Ben Noonan.
7-6 up.
He's done the Ben Noonan. Looks at it for 3 days and then just bangs it in.
Better known as milking the dish. This is a big shot for Andy now. Would you screw this or would you top it?
If the black goes, just drop it in. Oh, he hasn't reached the rail.
Oh, Andy, you've just given 2 shots away, mate.
I'll tell you what, that's absolutely inexcusable because he can go up the table another foot.
He can afford to be high, yeah. Yep, that's just a little bit of tightness in the arm.
And now you watch
that little seed of doubt in your mind that you're gonna
watch the untightness in the arm now. Rusty's absolutely loving these strawberries that he's getting now.
I don't think Rusty knows anything about tightness. I've not seen him buy many drinks though, to be fair. It's about the only tightness I've ever seen in Rusty.
Oh, trust me, when he's not playing well and he's getting dominated on the scoreline, he can get a bit filthy. He gets very emotional.
Spent a lot of time comfort eating, obviously.
I got barrage for saying something like that.
You can't get done for slander in Australia, can you?
Likes his pies, there's no doubt about that.
I wouldn't say that.
But he's probably not going to need his 2 shots here the way he's going. In fact, if he tries to use 2, it's the only way he could probably lose the frame.
Yeah.
McCartney's on. Actually, look at this. McCartney's on. He's on a frame, a match winner.
This is it. I tell you what, a little shot here.
Oh, that's okay. Maybe he's going to use his 2.
Yeah, he might. I don't think he will actually. I think he'll just knock this in, plain ball, just aim it in.
I reckon he'll set this up.
Yeah,
that's a smart
there you
shot.
go, you see.
It looks thin. So Rusty's going to, for the first time in this match, has taken the lead 6-5.
6-5, and this is going to be an interesting test of Andy's character now. And
this needs to turn out right because he can only be on one ball. Oh, the judgment.
He's played that lovely.
Oh, I don't think that was appreciated enough, to be honest. That was a sensational shot. Really judged that well. Red didn't even move.
Now, where's the black going?
I think it goes to both middles. I think there's enough gap between the reds, between the red and the black, that will go to both middles.
You sure? Yeah.
It will definitely go to the right middle.
Goes in the middle past the red, eh?
Definitely go on the right middle. Obviously, once he moves that yellow. Well, he's okay.
I'll tell you what, you might. Oh, would you?
He's just checking his angle now. If he just drops this in, what angle he'll have on the bottom of the ball at the top of the table to come back down to the two in the centre.
If the black's tight, would you take the opportunity of just putting the yellow to the middle and just land on the red? Maybe develop the black?
I reckon it's crazy thin. I reckon it's too thin to risk letting the white, because the black would fly. I think this is it. I don't think you need to touch any balls here. I think you got to control the white.
Yeah,
and
like you say, the black goes.
And if anything, if the black goes in the left corner, you probably play for this yellow that's in the centre table, the bottom left.
I think just top the white now, come off the rail and drop down in the gap of the two yellows. If you under hit it, you've got yellow to the bottom left. If you over hit it, you've got both yellows. Just got to play it, pot the ball.
Oh, he's played the shot I've said. He's played for the corner. He actually had less angle than I thought.
He's quite fortunate though, he pots balls off lampshades. So he'll cue this. I can't see him missing here.
He actually has to.
And I think as well, confidence is a big thing. He's got the momentum with him at the minute. He's not going to give up this opportunity now.
He's actually got to run through this, so he's not going to stun it. You know what I mean? He's not going to punch it in. He's actually
literally just drop it in dead weight.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll dead weight. I think he'll just. Oh no, he's stunning it.
Stun.
Oh, that is nothing but a dead set choke.
Oh, I think he was just trying to hold the white too much, to be fair to him.
Didn't have
to. But you've got to make sure the yellow. If you get the yellow, you've got a shot at the last yellow. You can't miss the yellow.
He just did not have to hold. He didn't have to. He could have run that in at a nice pace. Just let the white ball move a touch.
So what do you see Robbo doing here? Because obviously the red on the left-hand side of the table, that's going to create problems. Do you just play off the red at the top and try and drop him behind it, or do you go for the? Will Robbo go for the kill?
He might play for a double. Oh wow!
He might miss.
I'm telling you, these pockets, they're just killing him. Oh, there's no excuse for that one. That was just a bad miss. But he did. You can see where the white is. He's playing for the double next. I think he liked it because the angle he's got now, he plays the double, white ball comes back sort of centre table, and it leaves, if he happens to miss the double, Jake's got a really tough ball down the rail. Can Jake get through to this ball on the cushion? This is another one that you want to stun
try
in
and
or
kick
play
it in with a little bit of side. You might have to put a bit of side on to avoid the yellow.
You want to play at a pace, see, and it draws.
Yeah, it draws.
He didn't hit that clean though.
And people will be sitting there now going, how did these two guys get to the semi-final? But once again, we'll tell you, you won't believe just how tight these tables play. They are so difficult.
And Jake is the one person, if you say, oh geez, these pockets are tight, to go, no, they're not, they're fine, they're perfect.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what table it is, you could be able to, you wouldn't be able to fit a ball into one.
We've seen that if you cue them, they go in. So they do go. And he's got a great chance here. Not really been keeping much of a... Oh, hang on. Oh, he's fluked it.
He's
fluked it.
Have a look at the context of how massive that fluke is. He misses that. He just opened up the black guarantee.
He's got a nice little angle on this red now. He can develop the red at the top left, knowing he's got the red to the top right as a safety net.
That is actually sick. I think after seeing that shot, that Robbo is destined to make the final.
Oh,
that was sick, that shot.
Well, he's got one big shot here. Red to the bottom right, 2 cushions. Do your homework at the top of the table, come back down.
Yeah, he knows what a
is.
gift that was.
Yeah.
And that's why he hasn't even gone around and looked and just taken his time. He just, I've just been given the luckiest chance of my life here, and I'm going to take it. I'm not going to muck around.
So what's his angle like on that red? It's looking a bit straight on the screen, but I'm looking at the table now, and it's screwing out.
Nice shot, reverse
Yeah,
side.
great shot.
Oh, this
And
must
that red
go to
must
the
pop.
corner. If this
Red
goes
must
to the
go.
corner,
That's a
he's
great
just
shot.
blessed. Maybe it doesn't go. Hard.
I tell you what, if it don't go, it's just become difficult. 'Cause he's going to have to screw the red in the top. He's going to have to come back down the left-hand side of the black and back up the right-hand side.
Do you think maybe he might actually play for a double again?
No,
Because
I think with his Q power and his Q action, I think he'll try and screw this red.
punch off the side rail.
I don't think he can. I don't know what the angle's like. I think he might have to.
I think he can punch it. Yeah, see, you had to really force it. Don't tell me he's going to cause some kind of
Traffic.
Not this. Oh, he's just popped it a little bit to the rail. It shouldn't matter though this time.
I just think with his Q in action there, he could have possibly. You've got a lot of work to do with the white, but it's a small white. You cue the red into the top pocket, come back, a bit of bottom and a bit of side, and come round the other side.
I don't think
You'd
you
never
could.
play for that shot.
I had a look
but
at the angle. I stood up. It was one of those horrible angles where it was not. It was not straight enough, but not enough angle. Yeah, I'm the car. We praised the extremely fluky.
And we've been watching that, and we've missed what chance Andy gave. He was looking pretty straightforward. Rusty's just gone 7-5 up against Andy.
This match is over. Over there, that is
Oh, I
gone.
don't know. Don't write him off. I told you he's like a Jack Russell. He don't give up. He'll leave everything on that table, Andy will.
McCartney.
But this match is over.
Yeah, well, Robo had a massive piece of luck, but unfortunately for him, he could not close it out.
I think I'd put my house on him getting this black.
Jeez, I tell you, after that red, I saw him miss before. But you're right, he should get this. There he has.
There we go. Jake McCartney through 8-6.
And I'll tell you something right now, it just...
So what happens now with Mark Robertson? Who does he get to play
He's
now?
out, he's done.
He's done, is he? That's him finished.
You'll feel terrible about that.
So,
This is why Jake is so good, because his prep has been the worst it's ever been for a big tournament like this, and he's still making it to the business end.
but he's had a nice little win the other night again, an exhibition match against Mick, which I know it's only an exhibition match, but he played well in it. You know, it's must take a bit of confidence out of that when your preparation has been so bad.
Look at this break from Rusty as well. I'm going to say he wins the match from this visit.
You reckon?
Yep.
You going Reds?
Going Reds.
Well, I've given up trying to pick Rusty's shots because I think he just plays off instinct. So
He's going to play for these two left balls now. I'm already wrong.
yeah.
No worries.
Well, I'd already picked the other shot that he was going to go up and try and cannon. Oh,
Actually,
straight double.
His angle might be...
Cut it in.
No, I think his angle's perfect. His top left-hand corner, just go over the left-hand side of the table and get behind these two reds. Yeah, it looks good. He's going to say you'll play your double. I reckon the double's actually crazy. Yeah, this is a shot.
I think Rusty's crazy.
He's looked at every single ball and said, no, this is the best one.
Yeah, that's the key, eh? Make your mind up, decide what you're doing, then do it. Yeah, that's a good shot.
He would love to have been slightly
Straight on the red.
Slightly straighter. I think he'll still be able to screw out.
Straight on the red makes it a hell of a lot easier. But he's starting to cue the ball well under pressure. Yeah,
That's
he's cued
a
that so
great
well there.
shot.
Jeez, that's an awesome shot. Seen so many of those balls missed. And yeah. Nice little angle. Pot the red, screw across, avoid the black and the yellow. Pot the red and the black into the right centre. If he lands straight on the red, screw back, black into the bottom.
I agree with everything you just said there, so let's see what he does. No,
Well,
he's gonna
mate,
do it.
we've
He's
got
gonna
one
do it.
right.
Yep.
We've got one
It would have
right.
been hard to map you out differently there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well
Nice
played,
shot.
Rusty. He's finished this match off really well here. He's never looked down. He's never looked out. Yeah, well played, Rusty Wheeler. 8-5
very
win
well
over
played.
Andy. Just want to congratulate Andy, mate. Known him years and want to congratulate him on a great tournament there, and hope he's not too down and disappointed.
Look,
He,
I think he will be.
He didn't.
a
He didn't.
little-
Put, oh, he don't like losing. It's that killer instinct in him. He's a great young lad. He don't like losing, but I think he'll take heart from this, and I think certainly he'll go away from this and he'll be back next year. And I think he'll put a bit more practice time in.
Yeah, I reckon.
And if his A game comes, then watch out next year. You might be finding Andy Barnett going a few stages further than this.
I reckon you might find that he'll actually play in a few more tournaments to get himself prepped for this one next year as well, and that's when he'll be dangerous.
So anyway, time to log off. I'm going to go and check on our Kiwi players in the Anzac qualifying tournament. And we'll look forward to watching Mick Hill I think 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll be back with more. Actually, I think women's coming, or maybe all the finals are due. I think we're down to final 4 on both, aren't we? So 5 o'clock, folks. So yeah, there's quite a big gap before we come back. So go and get all your afternoon duties done before you go. Don't miss the 5 o'clock action.
All right, thanks, guys.
Press that.
Can you rep one?
This time out as well, however, he didn't